Hello and a big welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Wilson and this is flight 067 of 210. This is Jerusalem to Cairo. Yeah, we've done the final helicopter excursion flight over to Gaza and back. So no more helicopter in this Flawless 195 World Tour. It is done and dusted. There are a couple of occasions where I have to use the Daher TBM 930, like I said in the video yesterday. There's a couple of flights, Madagascar to Seychelles and back, and then in South America, I get the Daher out again from, Trinidad and Tobago to Suriname, Guyana and back. So other than that, it is this plane. This is now going to take us, there's 140 flights left, 135 of them or more are in this plane. So this is it. This is where we get really into it now in terms of Africa. We now head for Cairo, Egypt, and then a tour of Africa. Like I've said for the last few videos, for the next couple of months, it will be a tour of Africa. So obviously countries that I've never flown to, will be it in the sim, real life. So be really interesting from now on. Europe's done. This little strip in the Middle East is done. And now we head for Africa. If this is your first flight with us, then we do advise you watch the route explainer video first. I am going to start in the intros as well. I'm going to start getting the map up to show where I am in the world and how far we've come. I've been meaning to do this for the last few videos, but yeah, I'm going to start getting the map up so we can sort of get a rate of see where I'm up to. You can sort of see on the map, because it's all just getting lost in the ether now. We're 67 flights in. We're nearly a third of the way through. At 70 flights, that's a third of the way. We're almost a third of the way through this world tour, so this is on. I'm going to be careful. I know there's been a few close calls, especially recently as well. I've been thinking, you know, in the last like half dozen flights, there's been 3 or 4 times where it's nearly been curtains. So I've got to just ease it back a bit on the old risk aversion. Just step it back a notch, because it could have so easily been over on a handful of occasions in the last handful of flights. So we've got to be careful. But we are alive. We are in one piece. The world tour continues. And yeah, that is about it. I'll begin our in-flight entertainment now, which will be the music of Egypt. I've found some sort of ancient Egyptian ambient music. I reckon that's going to be a nice vibe. The flight time, by the way, is only about 35 minutes, heading southwest. What else? The local time is coming up to 2 p.m. So yeah, departure time 2 p.m. Like I say, Egyptian music. We're heading for Cairo International Airport, and yeah, let's get on with it. I'll prepare the plane for departure. If you have any questions, then do leave a comment in this section below. And yeah, that is about it. I will get this flight underway. And hopefully, now the only other thing about this is this could be the shortest runway so far in the world tour, and there's buildings either side of the far end of the runway as well. So just as I'll be pulling up to take off, we'll be extremely close to clipping some buildings as well, which isn't ideal, but it is what it is. It shouldn't be a problem, but it might just look a bit weird. It definitely looks a bit weird. But anyway, it's an unusual runway, but we should be up and out of it just fine. And like I say, half an hour, 35-minute flight southwest to Cairo, Egypt. So it's going to be touch and go whether we get up to the cruising altitude 39,000 feet. It's going to be touch and go. Maybe get up to about 35,000 feet, something like that. But I'll figure it out on the fly how high we can go before we have to start coming down again. But yeah, it's on that cusp of reaching fully up there. We're on that cusp of in terms of flight time. But anyway, I'll get on with it now. Start playing some nice Egyptian ambient music. We'll get back on the music scene, because I feel like for the last half dozen flights, I've not really been bothering with the music. I've been just doing my own thing. But let's try and get back into the idea of the country that we're flying to is the music that we're listening to. So let's try and get back into the swing of that. And yeah, that is about it for the waffle before the action. Let's get on with it, and I will speak to you once we are in the air and preparing for descent. All right, thank you.
Van Gurion approach flawless 195 IFR to Cairo, ready to copy.
Flawless 195 is cleared to Cairo Airport this mile. Climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.5 squawk 0561. Clearance point 30 minutes from now.
Flawless 195 cleared to Cairo Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Departure is 128.5 squawk 0561. Clearance point 30 minutes from now.
Flawless 195 repack corrected. Good day.
Please pay attention to illuminated signs and crew instructions, including the following safety procedures. The safety card found in your seat pocket contains important information about exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and the brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 8 emergency exits on this aircraft. The cabin crew are now pointing out the exits nearest to you. Please be aware that your nearest usable exit may be behind you. Emergency lighting will guide you to an exit. In an emergency, leave all baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Hold the mask in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take a life jacket from under your seat. Remove from the pouch and put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and click together. Pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate it by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into this tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. The cabin crew can assist you with life jackets for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrests down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. Further information regarding your safety on board can be found in the in-flight magazine. We hope you have a great flight.
Okay, just a quick update from flight deck. We will be starting our descent soon in the next few minutes down into Cairo, Egypt. There won't be any ILS. The ILS route was looking really weird, and the way that the direction in which we're heading into the runway pretty much exactly lines up with the runway. Oh, this music. Woo! So I didn't feel the need to program in ILS, so I'll just descend it myself. And like I say, we're pretty much lined up with the runway anyway, so I won't have to do any mad 90-degree swerves or anything like that. So it should be pretty simple. But yeah, I'm going to start the descent now. Should be down on the ground in the next 15-20 minutes. All right, thank you. Enjoy the music. Dune Part 2 soundtrack, if you didn't know. Oh, some powerful shit, man. Some powerful shit. Let's go. Descent imminent. Let's do it. This is the bit here now. Listen to this. This is powerful music, this. Listen to this now here. Here we go. And again, and again, and again. Okay. This is some of the most powerful music ever made by mankind, I reckon. This next 30 seconds here, it's got to be top 10 ever, I reckon. Damn, son.
maintain 4,500 feet, flawless 19er 5.
cabin crew seats for landing.
Flawless 195, please expedite your climb 4,500 feet. Flawless 195, climb and maintain 2,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 2,000 feet. Flawless 195.
Ooh, no, that was a clean touchdown. That was a clean touchdown with a quite a severe crosswind as well. That was a clean touchdown. Right, welcome. That's it. We've done it. Welcome to Cairo International Airport, Egypt. The local time is 22:03 in the afternoon, and the outside air temperature is 34 degrees. Well, I was very happy with that actually. The only thing was I slowed down way too soon, and we ended up at landing speed for 10-15 minutes there, where I should have slowed down a lot later. But like I said at the beginning before I took off, I'm being cautious. It's better to slow down too early than slow down too late, that's for sure. But yeah, we were at 3,000 feet doing 140 knots for way too long. Because I didn't know where the runway was. I didn't know. I was trying to judge off the VFR map, and I was a lot further out than I thought I was. In other words, I thought I'd be down on the ground 10 minutes earlier than I was, and then I was starting to realise once we're down to 140 knots, I was starting to think it's going to be another 10 minutes at this speed, and we were kind of being blown around a little bit there. But all's well that ends well. There was a nice smooth touchdown in the end. There was a choice of runways there. The runway on the far left is way out, and it would have had to be. It would have been a 10-15 minute taxi just to get to a gate. So I decided at the last minute, actually, I won't go for that runway on the far left. Let's get into the heart of the airport, and so we can just literally, hopefully, taxi to the gate pretty quickly from here. So yeah, changed the idea of the runway, but yeah, like I said, we was pretty much straight coming in, so I didn't need ILS really. We were just slowed down too soon, and we were a bit, 3,000 feet for quite a while. But other than that, nice smooth touchdown. Like I say, what would it have been, a 40-minute flight, something like that. So maybe that 5-10 minutes longer than it should have been, because I was cruising at the end there for a bit too slow. But it is what it is. We're down safely. The world tour continues. Join me next time for it'll be from here, obviously, Cairo to Khartoum, which is the capital of Sudan. So we'll be heading south, and I reckon that might break the record for the longest flight. I'll have a look. I've not planned it out yet. But I think the longest flight so far in the world tour is only an hour and 10 minutes. So they've all been short flights, because obviously I'm doing it in the most logistically easiest way possible, hopping from the next country to the next country next door. I'm not skipping, I'm not flying over a country to get to another one. That would be ridiculous. So it's just next country, next country, next country. So yeah, the longest flight's been an hour and 10 minutes, I think. So I reckon that is about to be beaten. Some of these flights are going to be a lot longer than that, maybe maybe more than 2 hours in the next 20, 30, 40 flights or so. There's going to be some longer ones in there. But I hope you enjoyed the music as well. Did some Egyptian music to start with, and then thought, I know the Dune soundtrack's on a similar vibe to this. And once I'd heard the Dune soundtrack, I was like, the Oppenheimer soundtrack's pretty good as well. So yeah, we kind of went off at path with the music, but it is what it is. Hopefully no copyright issues, and we're down on the ground safely. I'll get this thing parked up, and like I say, please do subscribe. Hit the bell icon as well to receive all notifications on future flights of this world tour. Likely to be tomorrow, Cairo to Khartoum, but until then, we are back in Africa, and we are here to stay. The next 2 months is an African tour on Flawless 195. The world tour continues. Thank you. Let's get this parked up.